Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm Jessica Williams. Thank you for joining me today. We have a very exciting show for you, so let's get started. There's no burying the lead here. On today's show, I am jumping off a building. You heard me right. I recently participated in the United Way of Allen County's Over the Edge fundraiser, and I rappelled off the side of a 100-foot building, all for a good cause. And guess what? I live to tell about it. Plus, I'm going to take you along that journey with me on today's show. Also, it's Wealth Wednesday with Foster Financial, and later Visit Fort Wayne joins us to give us the rundown on October events happening in the fort. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
I'm in downtown Fort Wayne outside of the Heller Homes building, and guess what, guys? We're going to be a daredevil today. I'm about to rappel off of this building for United Way of Allen County's Over the Edge fundraiser event. I'm about to go upstairs, get harnessed, and then jump over the ledge. Come on. Nice to meet you, Icy.
Yep, coming over. Yeah, you just got to kind of regrip once it's out of that neutral position. Now you can start giving it gas. That's all there is to it.
You haven't done it yet.
That I've ever thought about.
About to do. Heavenly Father.
Wonderful. All right, now what I want you to do is you remember where your right hand goes on the blue rope? You're
Yes.
gonna go ahead and put it there now. Perfect. Now go ahead and get your heels out over the edge. Nice job.
My heels?
Yep.
Like I should step down?
Yep, onto that carpet down there.
Onto the carpet. Okay. Uh-oh.
It's all normal.
Oh.
It's just getting in position.
I'm like, something's not.
That's what we were saying. Things are gonna move around a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna snug this up a hair
All
more
right,
for you.
guys.
Heel out a little bit more.
Like hang it or
Yeah.
on the wall?
Out the edge.
Okay.
Yeah. You want your,
Like I want to sit on the harness?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do
Okay.
that. Back.
Okay.
We're gonna lower you just a little bit. Go ahead, back. Go. So thumbs up, hands out. Let's
I can let go?
up symbol.
There you go.
All right, go ahead and start lowering yourself.
I'm a little nervous now. I wasn't nervous at first, but okay.
It means everything's going to plan.
Okay.
Okay, straighten your knees again.
Straighten them?
Yep. Now look in there, you see that step? Step into the wall. There you go. That's the small one. Now lower yourself a little bit more.
Okay.
Same way. So reset the handle. Your right hand might be a little hard again.
Okay.
There you go. And now look in there and you see the next big step. There you go. Keep going down a little bit more. Now this is where you need to wait. So just go real slow at this point. There you go. It's just like that.
All right.
We have a lockup on blue. All right, I noticed you locked up. Not a big deal. You just get to use all the equipment.
There you go.
All right.
You're right.
All right, guys, we did it. We rappelled off the wall and lived to tell all about it. I did it!
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Wake up with us on Wayne 15's First News every weekday morning.
We'll bring you the local news you need to start your day.
Stay with CBS Mornings at 7 on Wayne 15.
We've got the overnight breaking news and in-depth reporting.
And uplifting stories to start your day off right.
Then at 9, watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams. Hey, Jessica.
We're talking food, fun, and everything going on in Northeast Indiana.
First News, CBS Mornings.
And then Living Local 15.
A great way to start your day.
Every day.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. It is time for Wealth Wednesday, giving you the latest financial advice to help you midweek. And of course, joining me is Caleb Doan, the Vice President of Foster Financial. Hi, Caleb.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks very much.
Yes. All right. So we're continuing the conversation that we started before about end of year planning. And so remind us what we talked about last time.
Yeah. So last time we talked a little bit about Roth conversions, and I think it's kind of helpful to have this conversation about stuff that needs to be done by the end of the calendar year as opposed to the end of the tax year, which of course is next April, because I think the end of the year is kind of sneaking up on us.
It is.
It's still like 80 degrees this week, and we're in the first week of October. So I think it's going to catch a lot of people by surprise.
Right, it is. So this is perfect time to start planning ahead. And so what will we be discussing today?
Yeah, so today I wanted to talk about something else that has to be done by the end of the calendar year, which is tax loss harvesting. And this actually does not have to do with retirement accounts like 401ks or IRAs, but it has to do with brokerage accounts. And so these are accounts that are funded with just cash in your bank. So, somebody took $10,000 of cash in their bank, they went to a broker and bought $10,000 of Apple stock or something like that. So when that stock appreciates, it grows from $10,000 to $11,000, if you were to sell it, you have to pay taxes on the gain. But what some people might not realize is that if that stock actually lost value and you sell it, you get to take a tax deduction up to $3,000 each year, and anything over top of that you can roll over into the following years.
Okay.
And so one of the things we do is we take a look at our clients and we look in these taxable kind of non-qualified accounts and we say, hey, if you have some positions that have lost value, maybe we harvest the losses so that you get some sort of tax benefit from these positions as well. And so that's one thing we take a look at the end of the year and do for our clients.
Interesting. So you mentioned stocks. And so is this specific to stock accounts only, or was that just one of the examples?
Yeah, this is specific to kind of stock brokerage accounts. And so a common example that we'll see is, people will still want to hang on to that stock even if it's lost some some value because they expect, they're holding it for the long term. They expect that, in the long term, this apple stock is going to recover. And so if you sell that stock, of course, you no longer have it for a period of time, but you can actually buy back into that stock more than 30 days later. So 31 days later, you can buy back into it and you can still write off that loss. And so one of the things we'll do for clients is, they'll say, hey, I have this Apple stock, it's lost $1,000 in value. I still want to hold it for the long term, but how can I get a tax advantage right now? And so we'll sell it at the $1,000 loss. Maybe we'll buy into Microsoft for 31 days. Then at the end of the 31 days, we buy back into Apple and they get to write it off on their taxes.
Interesting. And so this period of time to be able to do this type of harvesting, is this at the end of the year? Like, is there a cutoff when it comes to stocks and we are able to purchase them, sell them, and all of that?
So you can buy them and sell them anytime throughout the year, but in order to be able to use that deduction for your 2023 taxes, it has to be done by the end of the year, by the end of the calendar year 2023. And so a lot of times we take a look at it at the end of the year and say, okay, what do we want to position here to give our clients the most deductions on their taxes.
Wow. Okay. So this is very specific to those who own stock. And so how long would they have had to have it? So like, for example, we're in October. So if someone purchases stock now, would they have an opportunity to gain this harvest tax lost value at the end of the year?
Yeah. So of course the stock value would have to lose value for you to take advantage of this. So we never, purchase stock with the intention of doing tax loss harvesting. It's just kind of, if you hold a big portfolio of stocks, some of them are going to go up, some of them are going to go down in the short term. In the long term, we typically expect overall there to be growth, and of course there's fluctuations, but it's more of an opportunity to take advantage of a situation where some of the stocks have gone down. And you can do that with short-term gains, with long-term gains, or losses, and so we take a look at both.
Okay. Can you dive a little bit deeper about what may be involved? Maybe give an example, because I'm sure the portfolios that you manage are all different in different ways. So people may be wondering, will this apply to me? How do I really know? What's the test? So can you give another example of how this can apply to folks?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if people have a brokerage account, typically on their statement, their monthly statement that gets sent to them either electronically or in the mail, it'll show all the positions that they hold in their portfolio. And if they have a financial advisor, a lot of times they have, certain stocks that they typically buy for their clients. So, let's say there's 10 or 15 different positions in their stock account. You can look at the unrealized gain and loss on each of those individual positions. And any of the ones that show losses, that's an opportunity for tax loss harvesting.
Now, is there a max amount of this loss that you can take? I know you said up to 3,000, but is that just for one, or can you do multiple stocks?
Yeah, so that's each year the total amount that you can write off for all the stocks is $3,000. But let's say you had a $10,000 loss. You can take $3,000 this year, $3,000 next year, the year after, and then $1,000 in the following year. So you get to carry forward those losses each year.
Cool.
Yeah. So it can be a great tax advantage for people to take advantage of.
Yeah, so much involved. Again, reminding us why we need a financial advisor. So thank you so much, Caleb, for this information today. And if you would like more information about your holistic financial planning, then be sure to contact Foster Financial. We'll have their phone number listed below, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
October is here. That means that there are so many fun events happening in Fort Wayne. So of course, I'm speaking with Kristen Guthrie, who is the marketing director for Visit Fort Wayne, to get the rundown on what you can do with your family. Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. This is a popular time with fall being here, Halloween, and I'm pretty sure so many festivities are going on.
Yeah, busy month. So I just brought an assortment of things to talk about. One fun one people from Fort Wayne have loved for dozens of years. It is the start of Comet Hockey in October.
Oh, yes.
So, that's always something people look forward to. And think of it as a winter sport, but October 21st, Comet Hockey will be back on the ice. So people will want to check that out.
Okay,
always
wonderful.
Such a great tradition.
Yeah, rolling from one sport to another. 10 caps is
Yes.
over, now we can go into hockey.
Exactly, exactly. A newer event people might not be aware of is the Hobnobbin Film Festival. This was started a few years ago by Cinema Center, and they bring in filmmakers. And if you're a film buff, or you want to be, you can see new films, short films, documentaries. They have a wide range and a lot of Indiana filmmakers. So that's a great event. That's going on October 19th through the 22nd. Tons of events, some paid things, some free things. But if you're a movie buff, you want to check that out.
Yeah, to be able to really see, like you said, the new indie films,
Yes.
independent made films are so cool. And then also a really great way to network with other people in the industry and kind of learn from them, because I believe they have like panels, discussions sometimes. Yes.
Exactly. And that's really part of their goal, was not just to show movies, but to help people meet people, learn, and just explore, more than just mainstream films. And so it's a really cool event. Really encourage more people to take advantage of that.
Yes.
But like you said, I think October, we think Halloween, we think fall harvest. And I have a lot of events like that to share. One is the Keenert Dairy Fall Fest. So Keenert Dairy is open and doing business every day, but during October, they open their doors for people to come explore the farm and take advantage of some really cool kids activities, and it's a great one. So really recommend that people check that out.
So with it being, I haven't been to that farm, so it's a dairy farm.
It's a working dairy farm.
Okay. So they have the cows, or do they allow for people to milk and kind of get involved with the animals?
They don't do that, although they're going to be opening a milk barn and doing more of that in the future. So that'll be great fun.
Yes.
This is a lot of like kids activities and the pumpkins and the decor, and it's great fun.
Yeah.
Great fun.
I'm pretty sure a great photo op too.
For sure, for sure. And speaking of photo ops, the Botanical Conservatory has their pumpkin path. So that is the beautiful fall flowers, but lots of, again, pumpkins, and I see so many beautiful pictures taken there, and really just a fun way again to kind of explore the growing parts of the season, and that'll be a good one.
Plants. What I love about the Botanical Conservatory is that they switch out their exhibits so many times throughout the year, so you can just keep going every couple of months and get something new for the family.
Exactly. If you've been, but not recently, then you haven't been and seen it all. It's very fun. Another great event that the Museum of Art does is a Dia de los Muertos celebration that goes through early November. They have done this incredible exhibit over the years, and it's a really great tradition, great way to explore a different culture. And so that runs through October as well. Really recommend that.
And where is that at?
At the Museum of Art.
Okay, yes.
On Main Street downtown. That's a
that
good
is
one.
cool. I think we saw a little sneak peek of that before, and you can just really learn about that culture and that what is it, the moment, what that means because it really does touch people really closely for those who believe in that.
It does, it does, and really something for all of us to kind of think about and learn about there. Very cool. Also, before the zoo closes, they do their Wild Zoo Halloween. Love this event. Kids can dress up, they can explore the zoo, and it feels really different because, again, they have got the pumpkins and the decor and just a really fun fall celebration there. So people have to check that out before they close for a bit. Get our last zoo visit in.
Right. So when does the zoo close? So they are not open during the fall and winter?
They're not open through the winter. That's right. So the end of October, they will close for a bit. And they do have a holiday event around Christmas time. They do some special things, but you can't visit daily. So you're going to want to get there in October while you can.
Yeah, which
definitely
makes sense because you guys know it gets cold here.
It does. It does. Those poor animals have to be probably indoors, snuggled up, and so we miss a few months of missing them. But that's
go
a
out
great
with
event.
a bang.
That's right. It's a wonderful event. And then one I'd say the peak event is on October 21st downtown. It's called Fright Night. And so this is really fun because several dozen organizations and buildings downtown do their own events.
Okay.
So if you check out Fright Night, you'll find really dozens of events. Some are scary, some are merry, a little, really something for everyone.
Okay.
So they do a zombie walk. Anyone can join. That's a very popular one. The Old Fort does a lantern tour, so there's some history. There is going to be a spooktacular car show this year for those who enjoy cars. I don't know what makes it spooktacular. You'll have to find out. Sounds fun to me.
Right.
But the Botanical shows the Rocky Horror Picture Show. There is another like Friday the 13th showing at the Embassy. So that's what I love is that all the partners downtown do something different. And so you can find the right thing for your family, your friends. But Fright Night is a great weekend. It's the weekend before Halloween, so it doesn't interfere with kind of your trick-or-treating.
Yes.
But you can really enjoy some great events. The downtown library has many. It's really fun. You want to check that out.
So is this 1 day or 2 days? Is the whole weekend?
It's primarily October 21st. But I do think some of the events run a few extra days. So you can check that out and pick out the ones that you want to do.
So the pictures from the zombie walk was so cool before. I was like, oh my goodness, like people really get dressed up and it just seems like so much fun. And you just walk in. I'm sure there's music.
Yeah. It's fun that it's informal. Anyone can jump in too. And I think that's cool. So there are people who take it very seriously. There are first timers, but that's a fun event, and again, you can kind of do it at whatever level you want. So that's very fun. So those are just a few events for October. There are hundreds you can learn about at currentfortwayne.com. That's our community calendar, and so much to do and to enjoy this season.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Kristen.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it. And if you would like more information about the events we discussed today and all of the other ones that's taking place in Fort Wayne, you can visit Fort Wayne's website at currentfortwayne.com. We'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And to rewatch today's episode or any full episode of Living Local 15, head over to WANE.com or also download the WANE app. And remember, it's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.